After years of separation, the two heirs to the Cold Dynasty are finally reconnecting, although not in the most hospitable manner. One is known across the galaxies as a hero, the vanquisher of Kakarot and the savior of Universe 7, whereas the other is a tyrant, a murderer, as well as the most cold-hearted bastard in the universe. And now, with the stars aligning once more for their fated battle, Cooler and Frieza stand up against one another.
Hey, big bro, what's going on?
Well, maybe it's not as dramatic as I made it out to be.
Frieza, what are you doing here? Did you come to help me find the Dragon Balls?
Not exactly. I need a wish to revive my friends, so I came in search of the legendary wish orbs.
That shouldn't be a problem. There are 3 wishes on this set of Dragon Balls. You and me can each get one, and my crew can have the spare.
Well, see, that's the problem. This guru guy, the leader of these Namekian folks, says that you shouldn't get a wish.
Huh? Why?
I'm not really sure. He said something about you having dishonorable intentions.
Why, that's blasphemy. I sought out these relics so I could revive our father. What part of that is dishonorable?
Wait, you're trying to bring Dad back?
Why, of course I am. This universe has been in shambles ever since he left. Me and my crew just simply want to see his return, as well as the betterment of this entire realm.
Well then, I have no idea what he could mean. That sounds noble enough to me. Wait 1 moment, I'll go grab the 5 balls I collected.
Frieza then flies back to Guru's place, where everybody is surprised to see him, at least surprised to see that he hasn't gotten into a fight with his brother yet. They were supposed to face off against each other, Frieza stop the evil guy?
You don't get it, guys. He wasn't a bad dude. He was just trying to bring back my dad.
Frieza, I have to encourage you not to do this. We both know I can't stop you, just please, make sure you aren't letting your emotions cloud your judgment.
The Frost Demon gives a simple nod, before then flashing a peace sign and heading out with the wish orbs.
Alright, finally, we can summon the dragon. Come forth, divine creature. I have gathered your relics. I summon you.
Big bro, I don't think it worked.
Yes, Frieza. I noticed. That was the passcode I had heard from others across the stars. Although I suppose you need a Namekian to chant it.
Too bad we killed all the ones we found. What?
He's native to Space France. It's weird.
Oh no, I got it. It's just, there's no more murder from here forward.
The legendary Slayer of Kakarot says there's no more murder. Interesting.
He was a tyrant, a monster. He slaughtered people for fun, and that's what you're doing now.
It's the idea that the ends justify the means. We aren't killing for fun. We're killing to achieve our goals. It's how we got this far, and it's how our father pioneered his empire across the universe.
Our father was a hero like me. He went around stopping bad guys and making the universe a better place in the process.
And that's exactly what happened to the Namekians. They were evil and corrupt. They were beasts that needed to be put down.
You're a monster.
You're his son. His sins are on your back just as much as they are mine. And since you helped us get the Dragon Balls, you're part of the reason why the Scourge of North Galaxy has returned. Or should I say, the savior of North Galaxy.
You're right, Piccolo. My emotions shall not control me. My emotions shall not control me. My emotions shall not... You're gonna die!
Oh, really? Well, before we start this clash, allow me to introduce you to my ultimate transformation.
Oh, I've been longing for this.
Frieza then evolves into his golden form once more. This time, Cooler is practically foaming at the mouth, although not in anger, rather at excitement. It has been literal decades since he's gotten a proper challenge, and Frieza is beyond anything he's seen before. It's even comparable to the likes of Beerus the Destroyer God. A strength unfathomable but so incredibly raw.
Come at me, brother, with everything you've got.
The very fabric of reality begins to shatter around them. They peer into other dimensions. Their power is accelerating at such a rate, they can't even comprehend it. This is a version of Cooler and Frieza who have trained intensely for years. They've had sparring partners who could go toe-to-toe with them, but this is the first time they've ever shown off every last little bit of their power. These stamina issues of the golden form are practically non-existent, and Cooler has been using his fifth form for as long as he can remember. Their strength is evenly matched, and it's not fading away anytime soon. They continue battling for hours on end, and it's as if they would rather die than admit defeat. So they continue fighting, again and again and again, the fabric of the universe itself beginning to be torn apart. Nobody else can jump in and try and help either side, because anybody that tried to get in the middle of this would instantly die. The Kais begin to watch from their realm as this climatic battle unfolds. Even Beerus would wake up and watch alongside his angel attendant. Their power is so extraordinary it piques the interest of the gods themselves, although they are none the wiser. Rather, they just continue fighting, as if they stop for a moment, the other will gain the edge and they'll surely get themselves killed. Frieza, though, eventually begins to dodge Cooler's attacks. As if it was second nature, he begins avoiding and avoiding, being able to strike back with perfect precision. On top of the aura of his golden form, white bubbles of ki begin to sprinkle down. He reverts back to his base form, although he carries as much if not more strength than he did while golden. His once shimmering metallic aura then transforms into something that resembles the very galaxy around them. Frieza has tapped in to autonomous Ultra Instinct. With only a couple of attacks, he brings Cooler to his knees, and even though he wants to spare his brother, he understands for the best interest of the universe, he has to go. So, with a somber-filled heart, Frieza performs a Kamehameha.
You've killed me.
No, brother. You brought this on yourself.
Well, I'm not going to go out alone.
Wait, you fool! My head. How long was I out?
Ah, Frieza, you're finally awake. So, you died. Now before you freak out, it's not that bad. Being dead is just another way of being alive. Except you're not.
That is not reassuring. Who are you?
Oh, me? I'm Yema. Well, King Yema, but you can just call me Yema. Big fan of yours, by the way. You took out Kakarot, and that saved me a lot of paperwork. But I'm not gonna waste any more time getting to the point. You got a couple different options for your afterlife. You can either go to heaven, which is eternal peace and everlasting joy in the form of tons of booze and some tasty foods, or you can go to hell, which is less fun. But there are some strong guys down there, and the worker bees of the afterlife, that's us by the way, always need some help keeping those strong guys in check. Although there is a third option that I think you'd really like, keeping your body and going to train with King Kai. But I do gotta warn you, only one person has ever crossed the path to get there. Also me, by the way.
That is all just so much to take in.
Well, don't worry, because you have all of eternity to think about it, although you are holding up a line.
I guess I'll train with King Kai? Although, I do have a question. Has my brother come through here? He looks like me, but with a spikier head.
Oh yeah, Cooler. I sent him straight to hell. Don't worry though, because of all your good deeds, you can go pretty much anywhere you want in the afterlife.
Why not lead with that?
Frieza would then sigh before turning to snake away, crossing it in only a matter of seconds. When he arrives on the planet, he's disappointed to see the gravity is pitifully weak, only a 10 times increase from that of Earth. But he's learned to train himself over the years, plus King Kai does have some pretty useful techniques, such as the Kaioken. And although combining Kaioken in his golden form is incredibly powerful, honestly he's more interested in learning how to master Ultra Instinct, the power he tapped into while fighting against his brother. And King Kai had watched that fight. He too is interested to see Frieza pursue this path, although sadly the Kai of North Galaxy can't help him on that front. Instead, he directs him to train under the God of Destruction, Beerus, but make sure not to get on his bad side. Sadly though, there's really no way for King Kai to gain contact with the God of Destruction. He's a lower ranking deity, by so much compared to Beerus it's not even funny. Although all of the gods were watching Cooler and Frieza's fight, so Supreme Kai probably was too, and that guy can definitely get in contact with Beerus, or at least his angel. And with a simple phone call between deities, Supreme Kai would arrive on King Kai's planet and escort Frieza to his realm. The fittingly named Realm of the Kais. Yeah, they're not super creative. Either way, Shin and Kibito would begin training Frieza, and even though they couldn't get in contact with Beerus, the Supreme Kai's training is enough to increase Frieza's power many times over. And after only about a day or two, Frieza's halo would be removed, as using the Namekian Dragon Balls, Frieza would be brought back to life. But Frieza isn't the same kind of prodigy that Goku was in the original. Even with his body restored, he can't tap into Ultra Instinct again. He would need to be pushed like he was against Cooler, and as it currently stands, without fighting the gods, he wouldn't be able to get that kind of challenge. He would find out about Babidi and Deborah trying to revive Boo, although he's able to easily put a stop to that, murdering the wizard and eventually unleashing Majin Buu, only to be disappointed by his power and getting rid of him too. Supreme Kai would tell him about Majin Buu. Babidi and Deborah had been attempting to revive the universe's greatest evil, although Frieza is able to put a stop to him in record time, murdering the wizard and slaughtering Deborah. Even if Buu was revived, Frieza would take him out lickety-split. In fact, when Frieza destroys Buu's egg, the Majin would release. He was being given the necessary power to awaken, although it didn't matter. Frieza's attack still completely destroyed Buu. Years would pass where Frieza just wouldn't get a challenge, although he wouldn't become complacent. Roshi taught him better, so he continues training for decades on end until eventually Beerus, the Destroyer God, awakens to find the greatest challenge he will ever have.